So you're going to pick any of the pillars, and this exercise will take about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to, in a very graduated fashion, so you're going to understand yourself at each step of the way. You're going to do an increasing number of a pillar on a breath hold. So you take whichever one you like. You can do an assisted pillar if a normal pillar is too difficult, but your body needs to be under a little bit of physical stress. So if you're doing the movement and there's no physical stress, you're kind of defeating the object. So physically, pick a pillar that you can do that is kind of physically a bit of a trial for you. So if I take, for example, the push-up, I'm going to get in a position, I'm going to breathe in, hold my breath, do one, and try and see what effect just one push-up on a breath hold has on you. You know, the effect to your blood pressure, the effect to your muscles, the effect to your breathing, your urgency for air. See, try and be sensitive enough to feel what effect just one had. Allow yourself to fully restore. So this is what takes the time. Doing the push-ups doesn't take the time. Allowing yourself to fully recover and restore back down to kind of your equilibrium is what takes the time. But that's really important. Don't go until you've fully recovered.
How do you know when you've actually really got there? You know you tell yourself, okay, to go again.
Yeah. The answer is you get better and better at understanding that. So you get more and more sensitive to when you're a little bit stressed,
yeah,
and or fully back. A good rule of thumb is that if you can inhale for 6,
right,
exhale for 6, and then not breathe in but not have any urgency to breathe
you reset.
Is a good indicator, yeah. So then I get to position again when I'm fully recovered. See what effect 2 had. And you don't have to recover in any particular position. You can walk around and recover if you like. You can get on the floor, roll a bit to recover, move. Do more push-ups to recover if that's what recovers you. Kind of whatever recovers you. And then you do 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, 8, 9. Okay, see if you can get to 15. Okay, so 15 of whichever pillar is a good number to try and get to.
So Matt, the exhale is still a half exhale, yeah?
Exhales, yeah, it's like a normal exhale. So when you don't think about it too much, breathe in, breathe out, and then kind of like that pendulum thing,
yeah.
When it kind of reaches its natural, kind of just tails off, then hold it.
So don't expel all the air.
Don't expel all the air, because you won't go very far. Yeah. Does everyone understand that?
Yep.
Kind of the... Okay, enjoy.
So yeah, certain went to places that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I thought 7 was enough, and I eventually got to 9 through the interventions.
Great.
But you know,
Yeah.
it shows you can go further than what you think.
Yeah.
But you've got to dig deep.
Someone else mentioned that, you know, that the kind of, you know, you get into a certain number, say 6 or 7, and the doubt creeps in, you think, I'm never going to get to 12, you know, and then you get to the next number and you just can keep kind of inching your way up with kind of small goalposts, and, you know, the way you sometimes get in your own way. Vladimir says a lovely thing about the martial arts side, but it applies to all of it. You know, that the first holds you need to learn how to get out of are the ones you put on yourself. You know, before you learn to deal with someone else. You know, in a combat situation or in a conflict, you know, before you ever get to that fight, you've got about 6 fights to get over in yourself first. And this kind of work really gets you intimate with those fights in yourself. And you know, one of the mottos of Systema is know thyself, and that's a great exercise to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your kind of where you think your limits are, and you know, very easily, very safely, very quickly, you know, to explore those difficult places. Couple of things on that. So just that one pillar, up to 15, took 35 minutes. So to do all 4 pillars, you know, you're talking kind of 2 hours. But it's you know, really I'm not going to ask you to do all 4 pillars. You'll be very pleased to hear. But it's a really worthwhile thing to check yourself through all 4 of the pillars, because you'll check yourself physically, and you know they'll all give you something different. You know, the 4 different pillars. So, but just the willpower to say, okay, I'm going to do that is tough. It's okay here in the class because I say do it and you're here, and so you do it and everyone else is doing it. It's much easier. But to say to yourself on a, you know, Tuesday afternoon, okay, I'm going to go home and do those tonight, is a tough thing. But it's a very worthwhile thing. Okay, we're going to just relax it down a little bit now.